All right, now we can start. Okay, I'm good now. All right, so my daring and brave snow runners, let's again find ourselves on another wonderful adventure, another wonderful session. Um, would anybody like to volunteer what happened last time, or would you prefer I do it?
You do it.
Okay, I'll do it. That's fine. So last time, we started our adventure in this town of. So I'm gonna grab some real quick. Started our adventure in the town of Maywind. During this time of the season, there's an activity that's called the Snow Run, which each city, most of the northern cities, that's like Steel Ford, Maywind, Wyatt, Jamestown, and Phaeton, they all participate in a sort of race to deliver supplies to Camp Snow Range. Many things happen, and obviously the snow runners are rewarded for the activities, but it's a chance to prove themselves. Most kind of consider like a coming in age activity, so on and so forth. We're able to introduce our wonderful set of adventurers. We had Tesh, the mouse hybrid. We had Z, the raccoon hybrid. We had Gabriel of House Yomi, the human barbarian. And we had Beer Pakesh, I believe you were a water genasi, correct?
Undyne, but yes.
Ah, yes, Undyne. But who knows who we'll encounter along the way, but that's started the run.
Yeah.
I see what you posted there. Nonetheless, you all started your adventure out into the snowy desert and made your way to Fort Snow Range. Though the first bit of your journey was relatively uneventful, it was a few hours in when there was some danger on the horizon. Attacked by a set of wolves, a pack of wolves, your group was able to fend them off. With you injured, one horse needed to be recovered. You all managed to go ahead and make sure the caravan was set back on its ways after the wolf attack. Though there was some mystery about the attack itself. Something didn't seem quite right, though you couldn't quite put your finger on it. Nonetheless, you managed to make your way forward, closer to your destination before setting camp and getting ready for your next day. And that's where we pick up for today. All right. So, as you all wake up to a nice snowy day, because every day is a snowy day, let's go one by one. I'm going to start from the top. And what type of morning rituals does your character have when they wake up? They just got up from camping. It's a little chilly, but your tent and everything managed to keep you relatively warm through the night. Start with beer. What is beer's? Oh my god, I can't get over that. Some beer. What is beer's morning ritual when they wake up?
Well, first of all, Beer does not sleep under a tent because he is brine-blooded, or I can't remember what it's called. Essentially, everything is not as cold to him. He's the dude in short sleeves and 30-degree weather. He's like, oh, it ain't that cold.
I am that person.
But he unfurls the snow off of him because he just let the snow fall on him while he's sleeping in his bedroll. He probably just rolls it up, packs away everything nice and neat, and progresses to do like a little light morning, I guess, exercise routine. Probably about 40 or 50 push-ups, a couple jumping jacks, stretches.
All right. Okay.
And checks to make sure all of his equipment is still there.
It is all still there. All right. Gabriel, what is Gabriel's morning routine like?
The morning routine for Gabriel is to wake up with the morning. Be like, oh yeah, that's a good sleep. That's a good relaxing sleep with no wolves attacking us. Get dressed and find the chef or cook of the cart and eat breakfast. It's very important to eat breakfast first thing, or there's a long day until dinner.
There is no chef on this journey.
Then one must cook for themselves. So it'll be a modest gruel with rehydrated salted pork or beef, whatever is in the ration.
Okay.
It's like not a bad meal.
I mean, it's healthy. It's filling. All right, and since you both are in the same tent, Tesh and or Z, what are you two's morning routine like?
First thing in the morning, wake up, have a slight existential crisis. Once I realize that I'm not in any immediate danger, then I proceed to get up, and if Z isn't already awake, then I give her a nudge.
What? 5 more minutes.
Only 5. I hear other people moving around.
Is Z not a morning person?
Nah, Z stayed up way too late last night. Kind of investigating, making sure that we're safe. Nah, I wouldn't have tried to take anything yet.
Not yet. Okay, all right.
But I just kind of got the lay of the. I wanted to investigate and see how people set up. So I'm gonna see who's, like where the tents kind of are, how people are placing them, and who's in what tent, and just kind of, getting a lay of the land, seeing how things are gonna be done.
Okay. Do me a favor. Make me a. Let's do just a general survival. Just a general survival.
Who?
Okay. So, you kind of get the idea of how everything is set up and what everything is kind of looked like, and kind of get the idea of how best to make sure everybody stays safe. Everything is pretty much in order. In fact, you see like the other group of adventurers, especially some you see now, they've kind of set themselves in the middle and kind of like in a ring where all sides are kind of watched. You do also see that there is 2 individuals seem to be sitting on top of a rock that seem to be keeping a lookout, and as you kind of pass by, they kind of give you a wave.
Okay. So yeah, someone who kind of always looks behind them. I guess, yeah, just making sure that however we set camp, we won't be ambushed during the night.
Everything looks secure as far as you can tell.
Cool. How secure is the middle of the ring?
I mean, everything kind of in the middle is where everything, as far as like equipment and other supplies are kind of set up. I mean, it's protected by the rest of the surrounding tents and everything. So
Yeah.
no one's really washed it specifically. It's just kind of circled.
Okay. Then I'll finally get up begrudgingly and then look for food.
Okay. I mean, you do see Gabriel is making a rather nutritious gruel.
Luxurious.
All right, I'll just.
Excuse me, I personally will tell you that oatmeal cooked well with honey and added in, I guess, I don't know, whatever rehydrate inside tastes just fine. Thank you very much.
I'll just like sit beside him and kind of like sniff the air and just kind of. I won't say anything. I'll just look at him with like puppy dog eyes.
Oh, and there he is. Hello, Baker.
Hello. Just want to give you a heads up. I'm not sure how long I'll be able to participate. I have one of my friends is having an in-person game around 5.
That's in like what? 2-3 hours?
That's about like an hour and a half ish.
Okay. Okay, we'll see what we can do. Let me take a look at something here. Okay. Okay, I can make that work. All right.
If Windstar is going to sit down next to the campfire and be like, "Oh, I want some," I'll happily grab a bowl. I think I have 2 bowls. Do I have 2 bowls? I have a bowl. I'll scoop some, and once it's done cooking, I will happily share.
Yay!
Breakfast is most important meal of the day.
While Z's mooching for food, I'll put our stuff away.
All right, fair enough.
Mooching
And then I'll mooch food
me.
from Z.
Nice.
Send you a message real quick.
Oh, hey, this is tasty. You're a pretty good guy.
I'll smile back. I'm like, yes. The shoveling of food in my own mouth. Let's talk more shovel.
But yeah, just roll with it, Baker. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay. So, as the day progresses, you all get some sort of breakfasts. Everything is packed up and put back within the carriages for safekeeping.
I'm watching that. See what goes where.
So you do notice that most of the main equipment is kind of put towards the middle. Z. Especially the most important equipment, probably to protect it from like both sides as much as possible. This includes like rations and food and stuff like that as well. I will give you that bit of information.
Yep.
Right. So, as well, you'll see what happens, Baker, and then you can kind of go from there. All right. Is there anything else you would like to do in the morning before kind of setting off?
I don't think so. Well,
Keep yourself simple. It's not complicated.
I was gonna say, yeah, last night we would have like prepared the wolves, got rid of what we don't need.
Yes, you did. You did get. I mean, you did get the wolf meat. You were able to get the hides. You also did get some like teeth and everything as well, so you do have that available.
Cool, cool.
So just make a note about those, and we'll come around to those later. Okay. So everyone goes ahead, jumps into a wagon. I will say, for the sake of simplicity, you are all in one wagon. Help keep me sane, please. and you all go ahead and take off for the next trek of your adventure. If you actually look at the main map you have here, will see I've drawn a line. Also, I've kind of adjusted the map as well, so that if you measure it out on the map itself, I would say no snapping and hide from others. But if you click and drag, you'll see an approximate length in which you've traveled and how far you traveled and so on and so forth.
Saw that. Or noticed.
That's nice. That's nice.
Oh, speaking of the hiding from others, I apologize because I watched the recording of our thing. I apologize for my little helicopter episode at the end of the recording.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I forgot the GM could see the hide actions.
It's fine.
There's just like 30 seconds of this dark blue arrow going. Brrr.
Oh.
It made for comedy. It's fine. That's I had my own. We'll discuss later. Anyways, okay. So, as you go ahead and make your way through, who's feeling brave?
Me.
I mean, who's feeling? Oh, okay.
Didn't you roll last time?
Can I roll?
No, I think I didn't roll last time.
Okay,
I don't
then
think.
roll 1d4 for me.
But Gabriel, you just asked if you could roll. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm rolling.
Oh shit.
2.
Maybe I
Two.
could roll. I don't remember.
Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. All right. So
Everything's your fault now.
it's not necessarily a bad thing. As you all continue down on your path, you are staying on the road that's been set for you. Like I said, most of the way there to Fort Snow Range, there is already a built path that the snow runners do tend to follow. When you get to a certain point, there is a bit of a snowstorm. A light snowstorm. It's nothing that's just really stopping you, but does obscure your vision a bit. As you do, I need you all to make perception checks for me, please.
Proceed.
It's over there.
Well,
That's a good roll.
All good roll. Wow.
19 again. That's what I got on my last perception when I saw the wolves.
Hey,
Okay.
mine's the worst at a 14. That's not terrible.
Okay. So sorry, Tesh, you missed it by 1. I'm sorry.
Man,
Alright. Okay, so everybody else though. As you are going through this sort of light blizzard, you look off to this, all you look out in like one way at one point, and you watch almost like a shadow. You see a large shape seeming to follow the cart, and eventually you watch as the front of the shadow seems to look in your direction, and you watch as a pair of bright blue eyes, with almost a mist coming off of them, look at you for a second, before it turns and disappears back into the blizzard. You wait 5, 10 minutes, expecting something to happen, but nothing happens as you continue your journey. You roleplay that as you wish.
Did anyone see that?
See what?
I thought I saw like eyes. I don't know.
Seeing something is not necessarily out of place, but just when tax when it approaches might be. There are many. You'll see many things out here. You'll worry when they show them. That's terrible.
April, make me a genealogy. You have low genealogy lore.
I do.
Wouldn't really work.
Well, that's genealogy is like the whole nobility thing.
Yeah. On, I'm looking over your guys' character too, see what, because this is probably gonna be a lore thing. Oh.
If it has to do with legality and law, I know it.
You are
so do I.
to attack us. Oh wait.
I feel like it has nothing to do with the underworld.
It does not. Okay, DC is gonna be much higher in this case, but you can either do Arcana or Occultism. Some of you actually have the actual lore for it.
Well, since nobody's really explained what's actually going on.
Let's roll Arcana. Could do both. I would say one or the.
Has to be one or the other.
They're the same. Shows Arcana.
Okay, 13.
Oh, Burr has Arcana. I would have rolled Occultism instead.
My occultism is a total of 2 for a bonus. I have 5 in Arcana.
I have 5 in both.
Okay. Z, you want to take a crack at it?
I don't have lore in either.
It's not lore. It's.
Just. Yeah, I don't have. I'm not proficient in either of them.
Yeah. Do you want to try with Occult or Arcana?
Why not?
You're gonna roll a 20.
You can still roll for it.
Ooh.
Okay.
You will just specifically not be allowed certain things if you're not at least trained.
Yeah, I'm not trained.
Okay.
I'm just like squinting at these. Like, I'm sure I saw eyeballs.
So I will say I'll give you this. It doesn't quite reach the DC I wanted, but I'll give you this. As far as Arcana goes, definitely something in the realm of magical. As far as occultism goes, you don't know if it's really so much occult, but it's definitely something outside the natural order that you saw.
Like, I did see eyes. I'm not going crazy.
Right.
Does anyone get the feeling that we're being watched?
Well,
Consider.
Yes. Yes. Does it send shivers down your spine?
A little bit, yep.
Oh. No,
I mean, I'm kind of used to doing the watching, you know.
Oh, when the abyss stares back, yes.
Beer just
To, as they say, if you hear a noise, no, you didn't. But we should prepare ourselves.
Beer's kind of just nonchalant about it. He kind of gives a, oh my gosh, Z a slight look to the left out of the corner of his eye. He said, considering that there's at least 5 pairs of eyes in here, that feeling is probably moot. And turns away.
So does anybody want to fill me in what's going on here? What are you guys talking about?
Nah, you're fine. You don't need.
Tash, it was like a shadow out there, and I thought I saw eyes.
Oh.
Is there? You do magic shit? Is it like another town coming to check up on us, or what? Is that possible?
I would think they'd need to know where we are,
Well,
but
we're not that far from town.
I guess.
Now that they've kind of mentioned it, I would say you can kind of think on it a little bit, and you could. I would say in this case, probably Arcana for you, Tesh. Be your best bet.
All right. I'm not trained in it though. But yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, kind of the same thing. It definitely sounds like something magical, but it's too generalized to kind of put your actual finger on it.
Yeah.
In the
We should
case,
figure out how to spy on them.
I don't have any spells I can work with that.
I believe if we just keep the cart. Oh my. If we just keep going, maybe leave us alone. Or maybe we'll decide to F around and find out. Maybe they'll just decide FOFA.
Maybe there's a spy among us. I don't know. I'm just making things up.
Alrighty then, let's get the show on the road.
yep. As you kind of all ponder on it, an interesting, unique sort of situation. As I'll say this conversation have a few minutes, but funny enough, as the figure disappears, not soon after, the storm seems to kind of go away at the same time. And now it's a clear view, nice snowy day once again.
Cold and crisp.
Always. So,
Okay.
another few set of hours kind of pass by, relatively uneventful. Making your way through.
Make my way.
Making your way downtown, looking.
Walking fast.
Speaking of which, as you pass by, as you keep on going, there are some noises. Make me perception check. Once more, please.
There we go. Now I'm on the lookout for more eyes.
I'm just as observant as I was before.
This one's a little easier.
Wait. That means all 3 of my rolls that I've made tonight so far are 10s.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Could I find you a box so you can see better?
Maybe.
As you kind of are going along the path, some of you hear something. It sounds like a scuffle. Z, though, you hear the sounds of weapons cleaning, almost. Like someone swinging something around, like wood or metal hitting wood, as well as the sounds of shouting. Sounds like 2 people. Also hear like a weird, not so much like a humming sound, but like a buzz within your ear. And as you kind of look up, you start to pass the tree line. And as you do, or as you kind of come to the tree line, you see the shouting getting louder and louder. So you see this, and I'm going to in here. There. And I'm going to out as well. Baker. Baker. I need you to also make me a perception check, please.
Oh, perception check?
Yes, please.
Let's 1 second. 23.
23. As you run into this specific situation I'm about to kind of outline, you do hear the sound of what seems to be something coming towards you, and as you look back, the carts come to a halt for the rest of you. As it seems like Michael is sounding, emergency, emergency! Everyone, make yourselves aware! And Baker, for you, this is the sound of something good finally coming your way as you find yourself in a rather interesting predicament.
Oh my.
All right. Baker, you have been exploring with an assistant from those you've been staying with. And about halfway into your journey with this guide, her name is Mary. She's human. You find yourself in a very dangerous situation as the town nearby has had some trouble, some weird rumors going around. Describe later. As you kind of are looking around trying to find any clues, find yourself attacked by a group of swarming bats. Your guide is not a warrior. You have been left to defend this person, and as you finally swat one swarm of bats down with the swing of your weapon, 3 more come to take its place as this whole caravan seems to come up behind you. As you roll, the rest of you kind of stop and look at this group being slow as these group bats slowly start to converge on this small group of people. You realize that they are very much in danger. Time for hesitation is no longer here. It's time for you to do your duty. And I need you all to roll initiative, please.
Yeah.
Initiative.
I son of a biscuit.
Wait, I forget
24.
where that is.
Let's go.
Make sure
I
you
didn't click on the
Oh,
token.
wow.
click
Where
on your
is it
token.
again?
Click on your token. I can change the. It should be by perception.
Yeah, on
Oh,
initiative
yeah.
would be perceive initiative.
Just go ahead and
There we
roll
go.
again. I'll change it for you, Baker. Not a big deal.
Let's
Add.
go.
Okay, roll. And same for Baker as well.
I rolled it again. I rolled the same number. I know I clicked on my token this time. What's going
What time's the charm?
Well, I see 17 over here for you. Oh, wait, Ken.
Oh, my picture
Oh,
was
here we
already
go.
added there for some reason?
Yep. I already added it.
There we go.
Which one? Just delete the one that isn't yours. Or which one is yours? The one.
This one?
Okay, I'm gonna delete the one that isn't yours. And you had
Well,
19?
I'm gonna go grab some cobbler. 2 minutes.
Oh,
Seer has returned as well.
Oh, Seer's back. Perfect. Seer, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Sorry about that, everybody.
It's all right. Life happens. I'm going to drop you in then, and we are just preparing for combat. So you came back at a good time. I'm going to say Sierra's right here. Go ahead and roll initiative.
All right, give me the laydown. What's happening?
You guys have rolled up on a very bad situation with the two people being swarmed by larger than average bats.
It's frickin' bats.
Lovely.
And Mary will go on your turn. She will follow your orders. Baker.
All right.
Yeah, she'll go on your turn just to make things easier on me. I gotta roll for the bats.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and roll now. Let's see if I get something good.
Don't forget to click on your person.
Should this? I think I got it.
Oh, last.
Nice. This is just great.
You were having a
Right,
nap.
it makes sense,
so-
though. It makes sense.
Yeah, we said that you had a nap, you were sleeping, so you're like just getting roused as Michael stopped the cart and he was like, "There's emergency," and we're all like, "Ah."
Yeah, it makes sense.
While we're waiting, I'm gonna send the message of the rumor you heard, Baker, and then we'll work from there. That's the long and short.
I'm sorry. I'm here.
Oh, good.
Okay.
This would be delicious with some ice cream.
Well, that's unfortunate that you don't have any.
I know, right? That's big sad. And I have the appropriate music good.
As I said, you failed the Cobbler Collective.
Well, good thing it's that weird cake cobbler thing you've seen on TikTok.
No.
Delicious.
It begins.
Okay, there is something specific about this fight,
Reckoning.
and it comes with the Pathfinder things, and it's where I'm going to need your guys' help. There might be something that comes up in this fight that I'm going to need you to keep track of and go on the honor system. So just something to keep in mind.
Got it.
Don't let the bats bite you.
Maybe. Maybe.
Remember,
Anyways.
stunned means you lose pips.
Oh no.
I have no idea. It's just
What does getting your blood sucked out mean?
All right, time for battle. Let's go.
dodging
Let's
the
go.
answer. I see.
Oh yeah, metagaming. Sorry. I know nothing.
All right.
Alright, let's frickin' go. Oh, I'm not first. Oh, I'm not first.
In the midst of the fight, and
Actually, that makes more sense.
in the most amount of trouble, yes, it does. Yeah. No, that does make sense actually. Darian,
Yes.
what do?
If I see these guys, they seem the closest thing to friendlies. I would like to yell out to them, "I could use some assistance, please." And I'd like to tell my assistant friend to please run away towards the caravan while I hold them off for now. And I'd like to cast Daze on this particular group of bats.
I will say for her, she's gonna do as you say, and she's gonna take all her actions to run over and slide under the cart. And she's going to just stay under there.
Nice.
Okay. And you're gonna cast Daze, so will
On this
DC.
particular set of bets.
Gotcha. I have the over here. Save. 15 will not make it.
Yay. They take 4 damage.
It's gonna
And
be
For my last pip of action, I would like to move as close to the caravan as I can. And that would be about, let's see, about here.
okay. Go ahead. Right. Z, it's your go.
Actually, yeah, I'll hop out and go about there, and then I'd like to use my crossbow on those bats. Sorry,
Okay.
not crossbow, short bow. Oh, okay, no.
That's unfortunately gonna miss.
Is one, and I'll try again. Number 2.
So number 2.
Did it?
15 will just hit
Oof.
for 2 points of damage. Unfortunately, as you kind of come up and swing your bow around and try to shoot the swarm, take a shot, and you realize there's a swarm. It's really hard to hit like actual
Right.
bats within the swarm. As you shoot your bow, you realize even though you know you hit the swarm, it doesn't seem to do anything.
Oh no.
As it kind of just flies through the swarm and out. I will tell you, with this knowledge, you now know that it has resistances. It has piercing 6 resistance.
Okay. I'm gonna yell back at the cart. I'm gonna need something better than this.
It is now Tetch's turn.
Okay. What, if anything, do I know about bats? I'm gonna roll a nature check.
Yep, go for it.
Nothing. Silly spot.
No, I'll give it. So with 5, bats are very common. You do know that they do travel in occasionally in a swarm. You also know that they're nocturnal. It's bright day right now.
Huh.
Also, now that you're thinking about it, I would say since you do, I mean, no offense to anybody else's character here, but you do seem like the smarter one. Kind of looking at these bats in the situation, this is eerily similar to the wolves.
All right. Well. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Probably gonna have to move a little bit closer though to actually see anything.
As you cast the spell and look at,
I can't actually move closer. I think that because that's basically all my actions for the turn with the skill and the.
I will give you the nature for free. That's not an action.
Okay. Is that even close enough? Nope. I'll stand up next to Gabriel then.
Okay. You do see there's a magical aura emanating off these bats. I remember which one it is. Let me double check here. I want to say it's something real quick. Now I have to. Do something real quick here. It looks like it's an enchantment.
All right. Probably some sort of mind control or something.
Perhaps. Can't say for sure, but you know it's enchantment. I believe that's all the information the spell gives you. Now it's the end of your turn. All right, Gabriel. What do, buddy?
Let's see. There are several bats. Believe I shall. This here. Would I have noticed Windstar's ability to use a battle axe effectively? So, is it a martial?
It is.
What?
Luna, the axe is a martial
It
weapon.
is martial.
It is a martial, okay. I know I saw her use a dagger and a bow.
You have not. I don't think you've seen her actually use a martial weapon.
You have
Right.
not.
Actually, I need to use the battle axe. My pickaxe is piercing. Of course, I could just break through the resistance raw.
But it wouldn't be worth it.
It would be better. Well, that's why we have two weapons. I will hop down, move, pulling out my battle axe. I'll actually go holding path for the other people to run back if necessary. Then I will. There's no real fighting defensive in second edition. Wait, I think. Yeah, actually, no. Crap. I remember physically. There's. Alex, do you remember there's a role where you can basically? No, I think that's fighter. I think you can parry +1. No,
That's fighter.
it is just fighter. I know it's parry. I know very specifically they have a parry stance because I use it with another character.
I'm pretty sure that's fighter.
Yeah, if you don't have a shield, there's no actual fighting defensively in this system
Correct.
unless you have a shield.
Yeah, you need a shield for that.
Don't have a reason to rage just yet. I think. Leave. That's all I'll do. I'll just reposition here and hold my ground or hold the ground.
Double checking something real quick. Okay. I had to double check something real quick just to make sure I got it right because Again, it's kind of important. Okay. Now it's the bat's turn. How far can the bats go? They have a fly speed of...
Jeez. I just noticed that I'm not actually able to move to where I moved.
Oh, how far could you have gone?
25.
Yeah, and that's 30.
30 is not the normal movement speed for folks. That's
Think-
gonna.
Yeah, just back up then.
Actually, no, I wouldn't even be able to get. I basically stuck here.
Yeah.
Perfect. I made space for you.
That's fine. We're not gonna worry about it. It's a smaller detail.
Well, it does put me out of range of the bats, probably, though.
That's fine. Don't worry
They're
about
gonna
it.
Come after me.
Yeah, they're gonna take 2. Yep. Okay. Yep. No, that's right. They're gonna stride twice.
Actions.
End up here.
Oof.
Place them here. I need... both Tesh and Gabriel to make me reflex saving throws, please.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Okay. You both fail.
That's the way my dice always are.
You both take one, or not one, not one. You take 4 points of piercing damage,
Ow.
as well as 1 point of persistent bleed damage. It's at the end of your turn. You'll take 1 point of damage automatically. You'll take a... After that, though, you will be able to make a recovery. You can stop the bleed damage. So that you know, it does stack if you don't recover. So just keep that in mind. So if you get another persistent bleed damage, you have 2 persistent bleed. Take 2 points at the end of your turn, so on and so forth. Something to keep in mind. Any confusion? Or are we good?
Nope.
Okay. All right. What's this one's? Okay, this one is going to go to Gabriel. Gabriel. Same. Sorry, not Gabriel. Baker. Same thing. I need you to make a reflex save, please.
18.
Okay,
Nice.
you make it. You do not get hit by this. The bats start to swarm each of you. Watch as the other 2 kind of get swarmed, and you watch as the bats start to bite into the skin of your potential allies here. But for you, you see them coming, just kind of swat them away.
Damn pests.
Those are the ones that are stunned. Does that mean anything? I don't remember stunned in Pathfinder.
They didn't critically fail, so they weren't stunned.
And
Okay.
like I said, stunned, when it says stunned 1, for each number of stun, that's how many action points you lose for the turn.
Right.
So
Okay.
stunned 1 means they would lose 1 action point. So they still have 2 to do things.
Correct.
That is how stunned works in this system. Unless it says you're stunned for rounds, but if something says stunned 1 or 2, that's just how much you lose.
Similar
Okay.
to the persistent damage. It's very similar.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then the last bat, it's gonna start heading towards. Can it make it over there?
Don't you do it.
Don't I do what?
Do it. Do it.
Oh gosh.
I sure saw this.
Seer, Beer, please make me reflex saving throws.
I know my assistant.
These things have a crazy high movement,
Well,
They
they
fly.
took 2.
I guess.
Wait for that.
It dashed basically.
So 2 strides, 1 attack.
Wait, where is that?
Fair
Where
enough.
is it? Where is it? Reflex right here. Okay, got it.
I have expert training in reflex.
If that's your class's core concept.
I don't think you'll have it. I think it's probably for you fortitude. That'd be the main thing for you. In the case, you just make it Seer, so you don't get affected. You're fine. Here, however, you will take 1 point of damage and then 1 point of persistent bleed damage. Alright. Alright. Now it's back up to... Okay, so here, you feel the picks and pricks of the bat's fangs as they kind of nip into you. Seer, not so much. You kind of have your cowl kind of covering as the bats kind of swarm you. What do, Beer?
Technically, my guy starts out with his trident in hand. Can I drop it for a free action, or do I need to do that as an interaction?
I'll say since you saw him coming, you kind of dropped it. If you want to grab something else.
Okay. So, my first thing, so I'm going to drop it. I'm going to use a point to draw out my machete. And then, I guess I'm going to take a good old swipe at him.
Go for it. 18 will hit. 6 points damage. You notice, Spirit, same thing. This is like a swarm of bats. They're all over, and you kind of start swinging, trying to hit all the bats. It's not quite as effective. More effective than you saw with the crossbow. But it's having that kind of same sort of effect where you can't hit all the bats at once. I also know it also has resistance to slashing. It's slashing 3. So it takes 3 points of damage.
That's bludgeoning though.
Machete?
Machete?
Oh, what? Why is it bludgeoning?
Oh yeah. That's what it said. So it doesn't make sense. You're
You
right.
gotta change it.
Oh,
Why does it say? I swear to God, I picked.
it's okay. It's okay. We know it's slashing, so it's all good. So 3. It's...
Where are you?
All right.
I've been bamboozled. I'll fix it in a second.
You do now have. I believe you have 1 more action. You want to try to take another swing?
Swing.
Oh, it misses, buddy. I'm sorry.
I gotta try.
It's a good try. I mean, you get those actions back at the end of your, at the beginning of your turn, so use them all when you can.
And I take 1 point of bleed.
That is correct. You do, yes.
All right, I am done.
Seer, your go.
All right. What's the ruling when you cast 2 spells? Can you do that?
I believe you can, if I remember correctly, you can cast as many spells as you like. The reason to kind of prevent that is that's why they have multiple actions to cast a spell. But as long as you have the actions, you can cast a spell.
Unless it's concentration, right? You can only cast one of those.
Correct, yes.
Yeah. And some
Right,
spells take more actions.
Correct.
All right. I got some options now. Then. First attack. I see that this is a 2-action attack and it's touch, so chill touch.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack. 16 does hit.
16 attack. You gotta do a 42 DC saving throw.
Right, I'm gonna do that right now. Here we go. Come on. It's fortitude, right?
Please be critical. Please
Yes.
be critical. Yes.
It does fail. Not critical, but it does fail.
All right, that's 5 damage. And I'm gonna do a one action arm.
Go for it.
So let's see how that works.
Also needs another fortitude. Okay. It also fails that as well.
Yes.
So 6
Right.
points of damage.
Is it critical?
Not critical.
6 points of damage. All right.
Okay.
6 plus.
Yeah, that's enough.
be it.
You go ahead and start tossing out these spells here, and as you do, you watch as all the bats start to like convulse and kind of shiver in the air as they all kind of drop down to your feet on the floor.
I'm gonna say these words when I do it. Let it all go to rest. And there we go.
Right. Darian, your go.
So first things I would like to do is cast Forbidding Ward on who looks like the squishiest person in the bat swarm over
Tish.
here. Yeah. I'm casting Forbidding Ward on you. Pretty much have a +1 on everything when it comes to saving throws and AC. And I'm going to, with my very fancy surgeon tools, hit the bat swarm.
Go for it.
Darn.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, no, you go ahead and cast this ward on your ally, and while the effect does take place, you try and turn around and swing, and the bat's gonna just separate from the swing.
And that's all my pips.
Hey. Oh, I accidentally clacked off. But Z, your go.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
If I... Oops, where's my arrow? Oh, I have to use the ruler. Okay. No, I should be able to do that. If I went to here,
Uh-huh.
like tumbled kind of through around, they get an attack of opportunity, right? No, because
So-
I'm not leaving there.
So
I'm
once,
just going right
so
here.
what's more, something to note is that unless mentioned, nothing has attack of opportunity. Attack of opportunity is an actual feat
Okay.
that you
Okay.
have to take. So, especially at lower levels, I would assume that nothing has attack of opportunity until you find out the hard way that it does. But it's safe to assume it doesn't have attack of opportunity at this level.
Okay, feel free to move. Okay. So I would like to kind of tumble through. I'd probably go like over like under the tree through the swarm, and a tumble to the other side.
Okay.
And that should make, I don't know, because they're flying. Does that make them flat-footed or no? If I'm, like,
They're
flanking-ish.
technically flanked, so I'm going to
Yeah.
rule it as yes. They are flat-footed. They are flanked.
Okay, and I'm just gonna punch one in the face No, I'm not. I'm gonna try it again. No, I'm not. Okay, well, I tried.
You tumble around and start trying to swing at these bats, but they're just like just out of your reach. You're trying to swing up and try and grab them.
You're gonna eat 'em.
Okay. Ash, it is your go.
Okay. So recovering from the bleeding effect. Like, what's that?
Okay, so that'll be actually at the end of your turn. You have to make a fortitude save. If I remember, we'll double check that real quick. After you take after you take the damage, you have to make a flat DC of 15. Which I believe is fortitude.
So does that mean I also need to make one post turn as well?
Oh yeah, you should, yes.
I'll wait till you double check.
And Seer.
Okay, so I take the damage this turn anyway.
At the end of your turn, yes.
At the end of my turn, okay.
And
If
then
I don't make the.
And then it is fortitude. I'm pretty sure it's fortitude. I don't see it, but
It does that take an action?
no, it just happens at the end of your turn.
Okay.
But yeah, just do your return as normal, and then at the end, you'll take the point of damage, and then you roll the check.
Okay, I'm going to take a little hop back here. And I'm going to cast Daze at the group of bats that bit me, bastards. And I'm going to spend a focus point and amp it. So it doesn't. So if they fail their save, they take a D10 damage, and their will save, it reduces their will save by 1.
Will save. Okay. They just fail.
Yeah.
So that's 10 points of damage. Or
sorry, I'll have to roll it because it's
1d10.
because it defaults off of the
all good.
So 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Okay, yeah, and there's no resistance to that. So it's good.
Amp? You heighten it, or
I amped it.
Is that a separate amp, or that's just heightened? Never mind.
Amp heightened. There's amp, and there's this amp heightened. Amp is just boosting the damage.
I see, my bad.
And then
big wall attack. Apologies. Cool.
Yeah, amp heightened. So if I cast it as a level 1 spell and amp it, then
I see.
I did a little bit of research on psychic just to make sure I kind of knew what Tesh was going to be talking about. I was like, yeah, I totally know. I don't know. Okay, let's move to actions. That is the end of your turn. Take 1 point of the persistent, and then make a fortitude save for me, please.
okay.
I'll do mine after Tesh's.
Yes, please.
Okay, and a fort save. Nope.
Okay, you still have the damage. Here. Okay, yeah, you kind of manage to cover your wounds and kind of cover them so it's not bleeding anymore. Kind of staunch the bleeding as quickly as possible, especially now that you're not covered by the bats. And manage to kind of stop the flow of the bleeding for now.
You're welcome.
Seer
very
didn't
welcome.
get his either.
Seer did not get the effects of bleed, so he doesn't have to worry about it.
Didn't get hurt.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You saved. Yeah.
Okay. How's Tesh? Gabriel, it is now your go.
Oh, goody. Oh,
They have
goody.
minus, what is it?
Great.
Minus 1 to their AC? Oh, the group that we have, not your group.
Well, yeah.
Then I will swing.
Oh, that'll do it.
Nice.
That'll do it.
Wow.
The
Wow.
damage is it?
It's 2 more damage. I just haven't figured out how to.
That's
didn't add that
slashing,
to it.
correct?
Yes.
Okay, so 2, 8. Okay, you do manage to cleave into this bats. Strange enough, you can't really like grab all the bats in one go, but you managed to take a few out. So that's 8 slashing 3. That's 5. Okay, so 1. You do have 2 other attacks, or yeah, 1 other attack. Unfortunately, that's not it. As the swarms kind of starts to weaken, and just a few flurrying left, you try to get another swing, and unfortunately, you just kind of whiff it. Okay.
Did I make a fort save?
Yes. Okay. You have
I cannot roll high tonight.
you also take 1 point of persistent bleed, so just tick off 1. That said, it's the bat's turn again, and I need you to make another reflex for me, Gabriel. Unfortunately, that misses. Take. Oh my god, I'm running. I need to fix my mouse. Unfortunately, I rolled high, max on both of them. You take 4 points of piercing damage, and then you take another point of persistent bleed, so you're at 2 now. That's the other bat swarm. Just gonna shift over
No.
and seeing the raccoon. Try and grab at it.
Tasty raccoon.
Oh no.
I need you to go ahead and make me a reflex saving throw, please, Z. Oh no. Luckily, there's no critical failure on this one. So that's the good news, but you will take damage and you will get that persistent bleed. Oh my god, stop it! Stop! Stop rolling max damage!
He's already
for
dead.
you.
Stop hitting him.
Take 4 points of damage. I have one point of persistent bleed.
At the end of my turn.
Correct.
Okay.
Here, it is your go.
Here.
Wow.
All right. Beard thinks about it for a second. Technically, protecting the convoy means protecting the same people who are on the convoy. So he begrudgingly hops off.
Wow.
And he approaches the bat swarm, still with machete in hand. That's 1 pip. And he's gonna see a good smack. Nope.
Unfortunately, that does not hit. No.
Let's give it another go.
Hey,
Yeah.
that'll hit. Yep, and as you kind of go in, you kind of bring down your machete, kind of swiping at all the bats, and yeah, you managed to take out the last bit of the bats.
Yes.
Nice.
Also, I was incorrect on one thing, but I'll fix it later because that's my fault, and I will go over it. But yeah, you managed to take out the bats. Seer, it is your go.
It's time. Get closer. I'm gonna see the situation and say, "All right, let me take care of all this." 1, 2. I'm gonna stride. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I got movement speed of 30, so that's why I got long legs. Now let's see here. What I'm gonna do. I'm close enough, so I guess I go ahead and do this. I'm gonna harm.
Go!
I'm gonna lose a 2 action one,
Go for it.
and so I can reach those bats.
No.
Should be coming up real quick.
Oh yeah, they have
Did a
to
2 pip harm?
save. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing a toothpick on.
Okay, so just add 8 to that.
What?
I
what
mean, it
stick
tells.
is-
So, you watch as Seer kind of walks up and kind of points at these bats, and with a look at his hand and his voice coming out, you watch as all the bats within the air kind of convulse once more, and the rest of them kind of drop to the ground.
Oh yeah.
There you go. I'm solved. What's happening? What happened to my wolf course?
Alright, we're out of combat, but I'll take my 1 point of lead in.
So I stand corrected on one thing about that. I thought it was fortitude. It's actually something different. So it is actually called administer first aid. It's 2 pips. And it does require you holding healer's tools.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean,
So
that or magic.
yes.
Oh. Come to me then. Come to me.
If you have a cure spell, channel it.
So, who all is bleeding?
Me.
Me.
Just channel it. Do a 3 pip.
Well, I can heal y'all. Just come around me real quick. This is the easiest way to pay you guys for. I'm doing a 3 pip heal.
Yep. Perfect.
And that's 1d8.
It is.
Back.
Everyone gets 2.
Hey, exactly what I needed to go back up.
All right.
Well,
Increase restored by 8, actually.
Yeah. Healed. Perfect.
No. It is.
So 10.
Okay.
Hold on.
No.
No, never mind. That's the 30 feet one.
The 3 pip one, the AoE is not increased by 8. It doesn't make sense to me why the 2 pip ranged version is plus 8 per spell level. It just is. But the touch version is 1 pip for the D8. The 2 pip is a 30-foot touch for D8 plus 8. And the 3 pip is the 30-foot emanation at just the D8. So
Okay.
Hold on. Do it real quick. Because I also thought that you added the 8, because I thought it was like a stacking thing.
you do not.
yeah, it doesn't say.
It makes. It's one of the things we've talked about with some other friends. It's like, why is it so simple? Or like, why is the range version the better version at no risk? But
Well, because it's a single target.
I guess
but
that does make sense.
So is the touch one single target. Why is the touch one not 1d8 plus 8? Why is the range version 1d8 plus 8?
That is a really good question.
I presume it's because you're getting multiple
Wonderful.
people, but we'll talk about that later. I might actually homebrew it and change that because that seems silly to me.
Momentum. The faster the healing spell goes, the more it heals.
And the heightened version actually doesn't do anything at all. If you try to heighten, except for
Yes, it does.
D8.
So it specifically heal. Here, I'll.
No, I'm looking at the spell right now.
Either
Yeah,
way,
heighten-
you guys are healed.
In the
Yeah,
case,
so
yeah.
heighten plus 1. The amount of healing or damage increases by 1d8, and the extra healing for the 2-action version increases by 8.
Yes, I know. I said I was looking at the spell.
Sorry, it's fine.
So-
Fine. Either way, you're all healed. For those 2 hit points. So as you kind of come down from the adrenaline of battle, the bats kind of lay at the ground at your feet. None of them seem to be moving. There seems to be like a little bit of twitching, but yeah, they're all definitely dead. You do now have a new potential ally. Darian, what do they see when looking at you?
Well, first of all, I'd like to take off my little helmet. They would see a red-haired man, scarred face. One of his eyes is gray, one of his eyes is blue. He's taller. He's a taller man, around 6'4", and
these tall
he has like a
people
goatee.
around.
Gabriel will look down and over to Z like,
I know.
And,
I know.
when you
Everyone's taller
start
than me. I
out
got it.
4'5",
Wait, how tall are
Everyone
you,
except
actually?
Tesh is taller than me. I got it.
How tall are you? Anyway?
I don't know.
I can't.
I think I didn't actually come up with a height, but I think we.
I said
determined it-
4'2" for me.
What?
I said 4'2".
4'2". I don't know how tall a raccoons are, or raccoon hybrids would be. I wouldn't be more than 5, that's for sure.
Mouse and raccoon are about the same size usually.
Oh, about the same.
Tesh must be one of those New York rats.
Oh,
I've seen them. They're large.
they yes.
Yes,
they are.
Fly.
And the
Holy cow.
yes,
Luckily, you don't see them except on trash day now, because there's not very much trash in the streets of New York anymore, except on trash day.
They did clean it up, didn't they? I remember hearing about that.
It is 3 years ago, but yeah, except on
Before
trash
two.
day, streets are
That's
very
what I put
clean.
down, but I didn't because I didn't really have a reference. So
You're 4'2"?
Yeah.
I should be 4'1". I should be the smallest. That'll be more funny.
All right,
and
fair
I'm
enough.
only 4'2" because of my ears.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be 4'1".
All right, fair enough.
Forehead height or top of head height. I'm probably shorter, but
Being smaller helps me out in what I do. Never mind
Anyways,
that.
well, thank you very much. If it was just one swarm, I probably could have handled it like the other one. But there's too many for me to handle alone, probably.
What are you doing out here?
Well, to help, we were going to be investigating a town. There's potentially dead people there,
Ghost Town, say.
like in a snow town.
Which,
Oh.
I guess, I don't know, looking at
There's
the
no city.
Charge or Doug Dibadone.
You do see the lady kind of finally crawling out from underneath the
Oh,
wagon.
there you are.
Which
Today
town
the
would you
bats
be
get
headed
you.
for? Should we perhaps avoid it or provide escort to y'all's location if it's on our way? These are questions that, of course, need to be answered by the caravan master. We have no authority as such words.
You do
Well, we
see,
would appreciate it.
as you kind of look that way, you do see Michael is peeking out through the slits of a door, just barely open. Probably heard the commotion.
Big. Michael, come. It is safe. It is safe for those fragile of skin.
Oh, wonderful. I know I could always count on you to make sure everything's okay. Gabriel and crew. Wonderful. I know it seems like we may have potentially have a new ally. He kind of like tiptoes over the bats that he sees on the floor, just kind of trying to avoid stepping on them. Yes. Hello, dear Mr. I'm sorry. What was your name?
Darian Baker.
Mr. Baker, pleasure to meet you. And who might you? And he kind of looks to the ladies like, Mary is fine. It's great, Mary, right? Well, as he kind of looks out the horizon, and you guys have kind of been out a while now. You do see the sun is slowly starting to set. It's like, well, if one of the snow cities are nearby, we do need a place to stay for the night, and I'd rather not spend it outside in the cold once more. So, why don't we go ahead and check out this town, and perhaps we can be of assistance in some way.
That'd be great. and hopefully put to the end of all the deaths that may have occurred there. Meant to stop it and investigate it. Don't know if it's true.
Wait, we're
Just heard rumors.
going to this death town?
Yes, this gentleman was hired to escort Mary here to investigate the potential ghost town. Perhaps that
Make one,
makes me a bit worried for my
make one
people.
correction real quick. It's not so much a ghost town. Baker, just one correction. It's not so much that it's a ghost town itself. It's just that there's been some incidences where people have been hurt and potentially dead, but not yet. But it's just like a bit of a rumor.
An investigation
Correct.
Yes.
outside of the marshal's hand. I don't know.
Correct.
It's on the way. Why not? A rousing gang of rabble ramblers. I don't know. I'm being. It's on the way. I mean, hell yeah.
Oh,
So, anyways,
Gabriel.
I'd like to. Who are you, fine folk? I'm just curious. Haven't heard any of your names.
Oh, you've heard my name? Michael called me Gabriel. I am Gabriel of House Yomi. Chosen emissary of the some Snowlanders.
Oh, neat. Snowlanders. Those are some of the people that, some of them brought me in for safety for a while. Or at least they hired me. At least a
Glad
group
their
of them.
tent was warm to your presence.
Anyway, name's Tash. Thanks for the healing.
No problem. Least I could do on that.
Z, and I do like, like the 2-finger like salute, not military style, but just when you 2 fingers to the forehead and out, just like nice to meet you.
Yeah. And we have the other one in the weird mask who's trying to dissect the bats.
Oh yeah, so those bats seem to be affected by some sort of enchantment magic. It's
Oh, well. It is what it is.
The name's
Either way.
Seer.
Hey, Seer. Looks like we got a bunch of flying rat meat then. That's what I call bats.
Don't eat them.
Seer, as you're kind of looking over the bats, do a medicine check for me, please.
Can I assist him with that?
You may.
All right.
As well as Tesh, you may actually make another Arcana check. Make a you have a +2 circumstance to this.
okay. So 10.
Okay.
I messed up.
10.
10.
10. You guys need
Not
scorecards.
so bad.
10. Okay, so as you're all kind of looking at the bats, Seer, you do realize something very odd. As you open the bats, a lot of the insides, usually with any sort of animal, it's like red, and obviously there's fun stuff inside. Guts, blood, organs, stuff like that.
Yes.
All of it almost looks like it was made of charcoal with how blackened the inside of these bats are. Looking at that specifically, Tesh, you realize, kind of looking at it, instantly your mind goes to necromancy.
Huh. Doesn't this look like something from necromancy?
Necromancy, you say?
Kind of give like a side glance to Seer, since you seem to indicate that he's
Can I do a religion check to make sure?
I would say you don't even need to. You kind of look at now that Tetch is kind of pointing it out. And after you mess check, you also can confirm that yeah, this does look like something necrotic and weird is happening. Either has happened or is happening to these bats.
Can I collect a sample of the bats?
Okay.
Can yes.
I would love that.
You can kind of like
The
collect one of the
spell,
bats and like put in a
harm.
jar.
Okay.
I'll give you
Did
this.
the spell harm
It did not.
and card touch work? Did not. It is.
This is
Oh, my.
I would say this isn't a result of those spells. You know that.
So basically, what I'm hearing is we're not having bats for dinner tonight.
That does
Right.
not look fun to eat, so I will politely decline if offered.
Yeah. I would not eat those if I were you in my medical profession.
So nobody
I'm not
noticed
gonna
anything
judge
weird with the
your
wolves, though, did they?
This is very different from the wolves. The wolves seem fine. This is different.
Unusual, but fine. Okay.
Correct. Medically speaking.
Because we ate some of the wolf, if I recall correctly.
And you don't
Yeah, we
feel
did.
sick, so hopefully you're good. We'll go ahead and kind of look the rest of the well. Just in case it is further away, let's go ahead and hop into the caravan here and let's make our way to this Snow City.
Thank you very much.
So you all
And
go
I
ahead.
kind of gotta head out anyways.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah, it's about 5 o'clock.
Okay. All right. About an hour. Okay. Okay. We'll see you later then, Baker.
Yep, you have a good day, and if you want, just use my guy as like a medical man or frontliner.
Yep. Fine. We're good from here.
How's next week for you?
Oh, he's already gone. I'll talk to him about it.
Okay.
All right. So, as you go ahead,
All
Yeah.
right. Can I start crafting?
no. You have to wait on that.
All right. All right. Just sitting in the cart.
Yep. You all gotta make your way into the cart. Back in there. Make your way downtown. Look, I'm gonna start playing that song every time you guys are riding the cart from now on. If you keep that going.
Challenge accepted.
Please no.
You can't.
Wow.
No, don't do it. It'll be a DMCA strike.
It'd be worth it. It'll be worth it. So, as you go ahead and hop in, you go ahead and make your way to Snow City.
Yeah, it's like fun, but it's also a critical role thing. So it's like I don't really want to keep doing it every time.
So, you go ahead and make your way through some more. As you all kind of start approaching the area, once again, see a kind of a light blizzard kind of come through, similar to the one you had before. Luckily, you don't see anything, but every now and again, it feels like the hair on the back of your neck kind of stands on end, but nothing that you really notice. Eventually, you watch as the road that you have been taking kind of veers down, almost like a downhill. But as you kind of look at it, you see it kind of like leads into a cave. Think of it like an underground pass. You know how it kind of like slopes down and kind of leads underneath the ground. Very similar in that regard. As you kind of the carts kind of head down, and each side is kind of lit up with these kind of weird crystals that glow. You can tell it's not lit by torchlight. As you go down, it's not dark. It's definitely light, and you would recognize these as glow crystals. Pretty common, as it were, especially found within the mountains. It's kind of a natural forming sort of mineral. I should say it's either found in the mountains or it's found within the underwater kingdom. So it's kind of like very crystalline, but it grows like mushrooms. It's weird. Or coral, I should say. Why do I think mushrooms? Coral.
The bunny man is not with us. There are no mushrooms.
It's true. It's true. I was thinking that thing back. Probably would have a field day if he was. Go ahead and down. About 20 minutes later, you go ahead and come to gates. At this point, you do see, it would be at this point, Mary and Baker hop off, and they kind of knock on the door, to which they would go ahead and you see the door open slightly, as it seems two people kind of peek out, and they kind of talk back and forth with Baker and Mary if anybody wants to sneak up and kind of listen on the conversation or do anything. Okay.
Eavesdropping is also fun, and I totally want it as well.
Eavesdropping is so much fun. Do I need the stealth first?
Yep. Roll me a stealth, please.
All right, this is.
Let's
Please
do
don't
it.
fail this one. Nope, I didn't do good.
Are we all rolling stealth? Like what?
Oh my god, is everyone following me?
I would say Z, as you kind of see these two kind of follow behind you, like amateurs.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around and like put my arms out, like, whoa. just
Not me
stay
stealth.
there. Stay there.
You two are kind of obviously noticed, but as Z says stop, sneaks off, she does not seem to be noticed. So I would say Z, you could definitely get up closer. But Tesh and C are kind of stopped. As you guys get closer, kind of like standing like at the foot of the horse, kind of stand behind it. You hear Baker kind of like mentions like, yes, I do remember hearing about some issues you've had in the city recently, where people have been missing their blood. There's been weird murders, you say, potential acts of violence, perhaps. Mary, who has kind of been by Baker's side, kind of nods. It's like, yes, say that one of the homes have been. There was an incident there that we need to look at. We are here to take a look, and we are here to assist you. At any point, we did have some weird things happen. We were attacked by bats. Luckily, the caravan behind us did come to our rescue. Otherwise, we won with one of the other casualties. Another appreciation we owe them. So we would like them to stay for the night if that's possible. You do hear at that point, as you kind of hear the guards speak up, like, very well, that's not a problem. They won't be inspected, but it looks like they're the snow runners. so it shouldn't be any problem. We'll go ahead and talk to the leader once they're in, and it's gonna take us a little bit, but they at least come inside, get warm. With that point, Z, you can kind of like start away. It looks like the conversation has ended. And with that, the rest of you kind of hear as Baker and Marika, like, they're gonna let us in, so let's go ahead and get inside as quickly as possible, please.
I hope there's a roaring fire.
Yes.
I politely flap off all the snow so I don't track it.
You do notice that as you kind of proceed towards the gate, kind of the snow kind of eases off, and you get to like almost solid dirt, as it were. And as you do go inside, you do see a rather interesting sight. You go ahead and come through the gates of the Snow City, and inside it is almost like looking up at a completely white sky. But you walk into what can be seem like a very cramped hamlet. You do see various houses to and fro, not quite too together. Smaller than you would usually see, but obviously made for either someone or someone's to live inside. In the center, you do see an open area that does have a roaring fire, likely to kind of keep warm within the ice. You see, I'll say Tesh. You know this definitely. It's like a sheen on the top of the ice there, and you can definitely tell that's magical in a way. Looks to be some sort of conjuration. That's correct. No, not conjuration. Transmutation. There we go. That's the one I believe. Correct. And kind of walking in, kind of like you watch as one of the guards, which seems to be one is a younger human, probably in his later teens, probably early 20s, standing next to an elf. Age is a little bit more, I guess ambiguous is a bit word. Harder to tell with elves. But that definitely looks younger. As he kind of holds his hand up, as he holds the spears, like, we are letting you inside, but we do have to check the carts, make sure there's no contraband, stuff like that, and we do need approval from the chief of this town, which, Andrew, if you would be so kind, go ahead and let him know. Which the young man kind of nods and kind of runs off. Would you all mind if I do an inspection real quick?
I mean, that sounds like a Michael question, but I don't mind.
Michael kind of hops out. It's like he's been summoned. It's like, we have nothing to hide. I'm sure everybody else is fine with being inspected.
Yeah, I don't have anything
Sure.
to go to hide.
Okay. Yeah, he just kind of looks around. He kind of pokes at some things. He does kind of do like a general glance at any of you. Let's see here. He does stop at Seer. And just kind of narrows his eyes a little bit. Can I have you take your mask off, please?
Go ahead. You like my mask?
I'm more interested in what's behind it.
Oh. I'm gonna try to persuade him. Let me see here.
You're gonna do that, buddy.
Persuasion. I go like it. It's nothing to see here.
Sounds like intimidation.
Yep. I'm gonna say that's more intimidation.
All right, intimidation is. All right.
Nope. He just kind of like nails his eyes further.
Uh,
I
Well,
must.
Okay,
I'll step in here for a moment here. He's very sensitive about his looks. I'll use my diplomacy for that. Let's see if I can
Yes.
actually roll decent.
Okay.
It's actually it is honest. I didn't even need to use deception for
So,
that.
Okay. Kind of looks at Sierra, kind of looks at you, Tash. Very well. Kind of continues to look at Sierra. Like, you can tell there's that hesitation, but he doesn't get paid enough for it to actually make a deal out of it, so, like, fine. He just kind of continues on to check the rest of the cart and doesn't seem to find anything. At that point, it seems like the younger gentleman kind of runs back and kind of gives the elf a nod, to which the elfin guard kind of just, seems to look back at Michael and the rest of you. Is like, all right, you can go ahead and hold your caravan towards the stables, towards the back of the town. We do have guards there that will go ahead and protect your caravan, so you have nothing to worry about, and you are free to walk around the town if you so wish. So you will be watched as he kind of appears back at Seer, so please don't cause any trouble.
I will come up friendly and put my arm around Seer, like a big smile. Big smile, like, we wouldn't dream of such things. Our business is to stop, rest our weary feet, bones, and head on out as soon as the rest of the caravan are. Oh, Michael, our injured horse. I turned to the guard. Do you have a horse doctor vet?
We do have we do have a druid and a ranger pairing that's very good with both treating and caring for animals. We'll have him look at your horse for you.
Wonderful.
What's the name of this town again?
Need someone to heal you. Right here.
We don't really have a name. Please look at snow cities and your references and common knowledge.
Sorry.
Call it what you like. Home, rest, underneath the snow, whatever it may be. Don't really have a name, but for most, it's home.
Oh, we do bring with us, I'm sure they told, Miss Mary and her escort,
Baker?
Baker, whatever Baker, oh god, I forgot, I'm so bad. They're here to, assist town's investigation of mysterious disappearance. Well, tragic disappearances, I'm not sure. They have safe. Oh my god! No, I can't talk. Thanks, Alex. I'm sure that everyone has already introduced ourselves. But, everyone here is just, well, I'm here just to help as needed. I hope nothing bad happens while we're here. It do not be our fault. We will leave as soon as we are able to. But for now, you're bone wary. Where would your tavern inn?
Right. If you wish to relax or grab a drink, we do have something of a bar. Down that way, it kind of points down a row of looks like houses, and you do see a bigger building at the end of the row. And it is private matter between Darian, Mr. Baker, and Mary.
Yes.
But just be careful. We have had a few circumstances I mean, if you're here to assist them, that'd be great, but otherwise, just keep your eyes open and stay careful.
If Derry asks, if the mayor asks us of assistance, I will be more than happy. But for now, to the fire. I will go ahead and start marching towards the fire. I mean, tavern.
Okay. How about the rest of you?
Yeah, drink sounds good.
Call. It is not our job to take care of the caravan, just guard it.
At this
Where
point,
it go?
yeah,
The other people can guard it. I'm going for a drink.
Agree.
I'll ask Michael.
Let's go eat.
Did you need us for anything, or are we cool to go for grab a drink?
oh, by all means, enjoy yourselves. It's not every day that you get to experience being in one of these snow cities, but I will see more of them on our way. But yes, go. I'm sure the guards here are competent, and they'll be able to watch the caravan.
All right.
I will be staying with it as well, so there's no need to worry at all.
Excellent. That is why. What is the word that people that follow the caravan that actually take? What are those people called?
Guards?
No, that's guys.
Mercenaries?
Followers. It's the people like so. Accurately, like guards, caravan, all that. Those people do all the guarding, obviously. But you have like the followers who take care of like setting things up. It's not like it doesn't take that many people, but like they're the ones who normally do the taking care of like in the
Like
downtime.
an entourage or something like that.
Something like that. You know what I mean? It's just like it's not like it's a ton of people, but it would be the extra bodies that were also protected.
You could just say auxiliary personnel.
Well, maybe like
personnel.
The drivers and whatnot.
Yeah, they're the stage drivers. Include the people. They're the ones who actually take care of like the horses and all that.
Yep. Everything is all taken care of on that end. You all go ahead and make your way through. And I'll say, anybody a perception check on this, since it is that way. As you will kind of walk by, you do see, as you kind of walk by one of the figurative streets, you do see down one row, at the far end, what seems to be two guards posted in front of a house, and you do see some of the windows are boarded up. And I will say from the distance, you do see that the door seems broken off edges as you walk down there. But as you kind of walk past, say that's all you see as you continue to the tavern.
Hey Z, that looked really neat, really interesting, didn't it?
All right. Okay.
So did you say something, Jizzy?
Yeah, I said, hey Z, that looked really interesting.
What, that house?
Yeah.
The house that looks like it is
The house has been guarded?
been broken into.
Looks like it was broken into.
Yeah, so I overheard Darian and Mary, we're away from them now, right? Yeah, we're heading to the tavern.
Yep.
So they were saying something about I'm just gonna tell them what I heard.
Yep.
There's been some issues in the city. They're investigating this house that something happened in. There's been like murders, people waking up with no blood or something, which sounds weird.
They have no blood. How are they waking up?
And acts of violence and shit. So, good times. We'll sleep well tonight.
Maybe I don't want. Maybe I'm not so curious about the house.
I mean,
they did wake up with no blood, so just don't go to sleep.
Sorry, let me rephrase what
sorry. Sorry, yeah, I'll rephrase that. I think. Sorry, they said people missing their blood. They didn't say waking up.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's. I was going to correct that. But I was like, okay, there we go. That's the way.
I thought it'd be pretty hard to wake up without blood.
Yeah, that'd be difficult.
All
It's
beer.
possible.
Yeah.
It
So,
can happen.
I wanted to go to the tavern and see if I can hear anything else.
Okay.
Rumors and whatnot.
Yeah. As you all kind of walk into the tavern, there is a few people. There seems to be two people in the corners around a smaller table. Seem to be playing with a deck of cards. They seem to be playing some sort of card game. There's a bartender also attend to the bar. Human, handlebar mustache, relatively nice dress. Human, male, slicked back hair. And you do see another figure standing on kind of like almost like a stage, and they seem to be playing almost like a violin, as it were, kind of performing. But that's pretty much all you see.
So, I would like to roll my underworld lore. Do I know anything about how it works in these ice and snow cities,
Um,
or like how the shadier, seedier side of the world works?
Yeah. Let's see here. Let me see. Go and roll it for me, yeah, please.
Yay!
There we go. That's what I like to see.
Finally, a successful roll. That wasn't the spell.
So, second. What you know is that each sort of snow city kind of has its own rules. Because it's kind of like its own tribe. There are some cities that are relatively lawless, for lack of a better phrasing. Probably looser on the rules. And then there's some that kind of like a more law-abiding, kind of follow things. Honestly, since it's more of a, obviously they don't have like the tech or the resources that a bigger city does. You could probably get away with a lot more in the snow cities than you could in other cities. But I would say from what you've seen, this city probably leans more on the side of the law. But if you're looking for something shady, you might be able to find something.
Yeah, probably just more for like information purposes. In this case.
Depends on the information you're looking for.
Well, actually, information about what's going on. Like, see if we can get a little bit more details.
All right. Well, you have a few figures to talk to.
I will be doing such a thing similarly while enjoying myself at the tavern. I will be using Streetwide to also gather.
Okay. Are you talking to the bartender, the cards, the people playing cards, or are you gonna try and disrupt the performance and talk to the performer?
No, I'll do with the card players.
Okay.
Bartender. It's however like the normal. Basically, I use society instead of diplomacy to gather info.
Let me
That is
see.
mostly being sociable and knocking elbows with those on the common folk.
What?
Like, guess. I mean, I guess gossip is gossip.
So society isn't so much.
Okay, no, it's I roll society. It's gather info. I can use society instead of diplomacy to gather information. Sorry, hold on.
You can use this. Okay. It's your society modifier instead of your diplomacy. Gather information.
I obviously don't. I wouldn't know what settlement I frequently regular, but that's additional stuff.
So, how do you phrase your questions? Like, how are you asking these individuals? Because, like this diplomacy, you are using society for this. But like diplomacy, it depends what you're asking and how you're approaching things.
You know, I will approach them with greetings, citizen, or greetings, fellow man. I join you in some robust dinner under the fire. My name is Gabriel. We are with the snow runners competition. Right, that's what it's called.
That is correct. Yes.
We're here only locally for a short time, and just wondering. I saw some rather heightened security to enter your city.
City's correct.
City. Yeah, I was thinking of more, but I'll just be simple. Your city sounds like it's been having some trouble or issue, suspicious activities. What worries are there for those traveling through a town that we must look out for, stay away from, be prepared for, tackle?
As you kind of speaking, they both kind of look up from their card game, kind of look at you, like, oh, yeah, take a seat. You want to join us for some cards? That's fine.
Yes.
All right. Well, because they gotta put their cards down. Well, go ahead and roll me thievery. Well, first roll me stealth, and then roll me thievery.
Also, just for.
Wow.
Terrible.
Oof.
All I'm looking for is a few coins for some beers.
We can actually roll that real quick right now. Yeah, just like a sneaky little raccoon, just kind of like walk by like nothing. You aren't really noticed by anybody. You just kind of like take cover behind the table, so you aren't really noticed per se. And then as you kind of find your moment, as Gabriel kind of starts talking, and their backs are turned, you just kind of walk by real quick and just yoink one of their pockets.
You yoink a chip from the table?
Not chip.
Or
like,
coin, I don't know, whatever.
A coin pouch.
No, from one of their pockets.
Like a little coin pouch. And you just walk away without really being noticed or anything. Kind of walk back until you're a decent distance and you're able to look inside the pouch. And you do find 10 copper within the pouch.
Alright.
As for you, Gabriel, just kind of as you kind of are sitting down, really don't even notice the raccoon kind of walking behind them. They kind of look at you, kind of put their cards, and like, yeah, I mean, this is why we're spending our time here instead of at home. It's weird things going on around here, right, Fred? And Fred kind of, you presume as Fred kind of looks back like, that's right, Bob, and I mean, we heard there was an instance in one of the houses nearby, someone dying, I presume. You aren't really allowed near that house at all. You probably see some guards next to it, but apparently they found a body there, and they had no blood. They had no blood to speak of.
No blood. Skin pink as the day they were killed. But no blood.
That's what we were told.
Terrible. Absolute terrible. Who, this was today? No, obviously not today.
Not today,
Only
no.
a few days ago, yes?
It was about, what did you say, Fred, about 2-3 days ago? That sounds about right.
My goodness. The first victim?
Supposedly that's supposed to be the second victim. The first one was kind of kept under wraps. That's under wraps. Supposedly. We can't. No one can confirm it.
Certainly to what's the right word? Flatter someone. Boys doing this stuff on the fly. Certainly to word more. God. Note. Oh my God. Observant. Certainly two observant gentlemen as yourselves would have heard. Who has gone missing around these parts?
I mean, we all really pay attention. We kind of mind our own business and keep to ourselves and make sure we stay safe. But yeah, well, supposedly one person went missing, and more obvious one, supposedly the second one, it was harder for anybody to miss.
Oh yeah, carting out a corpse void of blood. Yeah. That's a hard. Well,
oh no, from I could told, they haven't carted it out yet.
Really?
So we've heard.
Goodness. All right. Well, I will not be rude, and I'll continue playing a few round cards with him, as my other compatriots obviously.
Yeah, well, he's
not obvious to me. I didn't see nothing.
Okay.
Well, he's been gathering trying to get information from the card players. I'm going to go to the bartender, and
okay.
I'm going to attempt to weave a tale. Good day, kind sir.
He's doing the usual bartender thing, kind of wiping off a mug that seems to be clean already. Just kind of gives you a nod, like, what do you have?
Well, I was kind of hoping you'd be willing to provide some information. I will, of course, buy a drink as well. I would love a beer. But I am here with a group of individuals that are here to investigate the current goings on. I was wondering if you might be able to provide some details.
Just kind of.
Sorry. I have that, and I'm gonna. And since I'm not actually part of the group, I'm going to attempt to do a deception check. Yeah, that's not terrible.
Okay. All right.
So if he buys that, then he's more friendly towards me.
Yep. Okay. So he just kind of gives you a nod, kind of has that like, all right. Kind of sets the mug down. It's like, well, not a lot to say. Definitely some weird things going on. From what I've been hearing, all the animals acting weird, and I don't know if you heard, but it's weird. And some unfortunate incidents happen around the town here.
Okay, we've actually noticed some strange goings on with the animals as well. We got attacked by bats today.
Bats, huh? Yeah, that sounds about right.
In the middle of the
Bats.
day.
Yeah, bats, wolves, bugs as well. Bugs are acting kind of weird.
I haven't seen the bugs yet.
Yeah, someone got attacked by like a swarm of really weird ants. They're fine. I mean, there wasn't that many, and no, it took one good spray to get them off the individual, but they had a few nasty bites. That was just one instance, and then we did have a bunch of wolves attack the gate at some point. That was interesting.
Oh.
And then we did have various bats kind of around the area, kind of hanging from the roof. They didn't quite attack, but that is still strange. We're still not sure how they got in specifically. especially because they're flying creatures. How they
Mhm.
that's a little weird. They be underground, but I mean, in my day, I've seen Stranger Things. I actually was part of the uh, part of. Well, you don't need to know that. It's perfectly fine. Let's just say I've seen Stranger Things. But I can tell for the citizens here, it's got them a little worried.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. And what about the situation with the attacks? 'Cause we heard there was somebody attacked, and we saw a house that was being that had some guards poking around in it on our way here.
Give me another need diplomacy on this one.
Yeah, certainly. It's all right.
That'll do. That'll do. He thinks for a moment, just kind of nods, like, but I know it's not a pretty sight. Apparently, someone got attacked. I don't know the specific details. I want to keep my nose out of that business. But apparently, they haven't even taken the body out of the house. Apparently, they're waiting for someone to come by and take care of it. I'm not sure on the details on that. Again, I'm minding my own business on that. But
Okay.
apparently, someone needs to come visit and handle the situation. Don't know who. It's probably for some town. Probably some weird magic person. Who knows?
Very well. I appreciate that. Oh, how much for the beer, by the way?
That one's on the house.
Oh, well, thank you very much, sir. I'm sure we'll be here for a little while. I'll be getting another.
All right. Seer, do you want to do undead knowledge? Undead lore?
I do want to do undead lore, please.
Okay. Go and roll that for me, please.
I need to see the body as well. I really gotta do my rounds around here.
13. From what you've been hearing, especially with terms of blood, raining and dead, first thought goes to, okay, probably the undead, the blood, so probably thinking like maybe a vampire or something. But there's bits and pieces to the story that don't quite align with that of vampire lore. Like, the animals seem similar, but usually they're summoned. However, think back on it, and with Tesh, they said they had an enchantment, conjuration, and that seems odd. So nothing specific kind of rings a bell specifically. Closest thing is like vampire and undead, kind of those sort of things, or maybe some other weird creature. But kind of thinking on it now, probably don't have enough information to say for sure. That's kind of where your mind leads to.
Good job.
All right. Anybody else gonna do anything?
Should check the house with the body. If we really want to do this.
I mean, you do have a relatively sneaky individual that could sneak home.
You want me to go look at a dead body? Gross.
Actually, you have two sneaky individuals.
unlock the door.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I will. I will give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot to sneak in this building.
I'll try to sneak in here.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna walk over to the home. How are you gonna sneak in?
We'll go in a dark alley, dark somewhere dark. I, you know, is there a window?
I'll say you go
Okay.
ahead and kind of at the home. You kind of pass by. You do see the guards kind of see you spy, but they don't seem to pay you too much. Kind of look over the home. You kind of eventually just pass the guards, kind of sneak into an alley. Kind of look over, kind of inspecting the home. See that there are various windows on the. Most of them seem to be covered by blinds, but there are windows you could potentially sneak in.
It's like it's more. I'm not ready for this so far, so I will just. I will check if there's a hunt around here. I will just check around the town for a hunt.
Haunt, like a haunting.
Just take a walk around town.
Okay. Yeah, I would say, as you kind of finish taking a look, you kind of take a few notes and then kind of continue around the rest of the town. I will note there's no graveyard, so there's that. Make a
Alright.
perception check.
Okay, let's see what I see. And oh well, I don't see.
Yeah, you notice graveyard. Could be a good and bad thing considering. You do find as you kind of walk around, kind of towards the end, there is a sort of underwater lake. It's almost like more of a pond than anything. But as you look at it, you can definitely tell it leads underwater somewhere.
Make a note of that. I guess I head back. I did my best.
I would say that'd be considering you have got a 9. I'd say that's probably the two specific things you saw.
Right. Oh yeah. Does this help as well? Spirit sense.
Yeah.
Okay, that brings it to a 10. I'll say, as you're kind of passing by the window of the home once more, just out of the corner of your eye, maybe it's your imagination, sworn, saw like a white figure at the window. You do a double check and then it's gone. There's nothing there.
Right. I head back with the others. I'm satisfied with this. It's unfortunate, but I couldn't find anything. There's a lake. There's no graveyard. This is good and bad. Where did they put their dead?
Hopefully not in their stomachs.
Oh no, that'd be horrible. Cannibals. Oh no.
Cannibals.
Uh,
Cannibal is the consumption of meat
True.
from from one human to another. So, blood consuming might be saying wouldn't age.
If you're not, are you? What if you're not human though?
Then you're just
You're just a carnivore.
a
See.
carnivore.
Cannibalism was more specifically like between like members of the same species eating each other.
Yeah.
Not. It has nothing to do with humans.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in this case,
Hey,
or not. I don't know. This is true.
Either case, is there anything else you guys would like to?
Currently, cannot think of anything. I am enjoying myself. A few friends who are hopefully a little less averse to strangers, or not. They're just trying to take my coin. I don't know.
It's mostly conversations. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'll join Tash at the bar and order a beer.
Yeah. For you, Z. It is 2 copper for a beer.
Sweet.
I am not that cheap.
Smack down 2 copper.
No one said you were. It is just cheap.
I mean, it's beer.
Yeah. And then I'll like whisper to Tash so that the bartender can't hear. I'll be like, Seer wants me to go in that house. What do you think?
When we reconvene together, probably when we talk about it. I mean, I'd be down for it.
You're not there. Hold on.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that part.
Still, you roll.
Oh yeah, no, I just kind of whispered to Tash so that nobody
I
could
didn't hear that part.
Oh yeah.
You gotta speak up, girl.
I'm sorry. And then yeah, so I'm beside Tash at the bar. I just kind of like whisper. So Seer wants me to go into that house. What do you think?
I think it'd be easier if we went in with an excuse rather than try to sneak in. Because what are you gonna do? You're gonna see what's going on,
Yeah.
risk getting caught because we don't know how many guards are in there.
Yeah, what are we gonna do? Go look at a dead body? Gross.
Yeah, if we're gonna go in, I think we should just go in with purpose.
Isn't
Like we
I
belong there.
feel like this is the house Darian's going to investigate.
I think so too.
And
Actually, what the bartender told me, maybe it's Darian and Mary are the people they're waiting for to go in there. So we could probably tag along, maybe.
convince them to let us go with them.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
If nothing else, they are waiting for somebody, and we can convince the guards that Darian and Mary are the ones they're waiting for.
Sounds good. Okay.
Where did sorry, out of character here? Where did they go?
You could probably presume they went to go talk to the chief.
Okay.
Eventually, however, I'll say for the sake of brevity, you do eventually see them walk in. They seem to be conversing about something under their breath. But eventually you do see that they sit at the far end of the bar. Then they seem to be talking amongst themselves.
Shall we join them?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so you kind of...
So,
yep, go ahead.
Gabriel, you'd see us going to join Darian and Mary, so you'd assume if you thought we were going to reconvene that you would join us there. Or I'll look at you and just kind of like wave you over.
I'll say this going on. Sears kind of doing his initial investigation of the town. As you kind of approach, you do see that Darian and Mary kind of get quiet as you approach, kind of seeing you approach. Like, hello there, friends. What can I assist you with?
No, we were wondering if we might be able to lend some assistance in your investigation.
Ah, yes. We were thinking about taking care of that, but there's some hesitation we're having. Talk to the chief, and we have gotten permission to go in. I have told him about all of you as well, so we all kind of have permission to go in. Me and Mary, however, need to do some research and look into something. But if you all wish to go in ahead of us, by all means.
Cool.
What exactly are we looking for?
I mean, any sort of clues in particular. We've heard the rumors and kind of know what's happening, and we are here to kind of see if we can find anything else.
All
I
right.
don't think I've ever investigated a crime scene before. I hope I don't break it.
Sweet. What do we tell the guards when we get there?
Tell them that Darian and Chief Williams have sent you.
All right.
Well, in any case, we both have rooms here. Alright, here's the key to your room, and he hands off her key to her. This one's to mine. If you need me for any reason, I will be in my room doing some research.
Okay.
And they both scuttle off to their respective rooms. But now have permission to enter the home if you so wish.
See, that wasn't hard.
Yeah, but why doesn't... You'd think that they'd want to go and look at the house right away. We
It
should
may
be
have been those
careful.
outside of their. They were spooked. They asked for assistance from an outside person. I will definitely say some people have some superstitions, and maybe they just refused the job. That is why you have money. Pay other people to do it.
Damn, we should have got paid.
Beer would like to chime in. He clears his throat.
Mhm.
Usually, a crime scene is best investigated whenever sunlight is there to assist.
Oh. Are you saying we should wait till the morning?
You do as you please.
God damn it, beer. Alright. So you do have a choice. You can either investigate it now, or you can wait until the morning.
What time is it now?
I mean, it's not too late. It's probably like 3 p.m.-ish.
Oh, well, that's not terrible.
Oh, that's not. I thought it was like later than that. Sorry.
No, it's probably like 3, 4 p.m. at this time.
Okay, yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
still a reasonable time to go and check the place out if we want to.
Beer still stands by his smartass comment.
I know. I know.
Great comment. Great.
Seer obviously had some interest in checking the place out.
Yeah, we'll have to find Seer on the way over.
Back.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, like speak of the devil. As
I'm
you
back.
Let's talk them.
I hear you.
All right. Well, you wanted to.
I checked the hotel. Yeah, the house is pretty much our best bet. They got no graveyard. They got a big old lake, and it's very deep. Oh, you gotta check that out.
All right, we just got permission to go in, so let's go.
Cool.
Right behind you. I'm gonna be right behind you, hiding my face in my hood. in
Oh
my
no!
mask.
Oh no! You
they go-
wanted in to see the body. You go first.
Oh, please, Z.
Hey.
I will be
Alright.
going in first.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
politely holding the door chivalrously as others enter.
Okay. Okay. God
All
damn
right.
it.
Anyway, good luck on that because the door's broken off the hinges.
Oh, that's right. He's holding the
He's
broken
a
door. After you. After you.
I was about to say, he's a barbarian. He probably could just pick it up like
Yep. Yep.
Gabrielle. Just lay it down like a
I can fist the door for you.
oh, what am I trying to say? Oh, lay it down like a coat over a rain puddle.
There you
Please
go.
don't walk over a slate ground.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. So who's going to the home? Who's staying behind?
But our contract.
I'll go to the home. I don't really want to go see the body though.
I want to see what else is in the home.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's other things to check out.
Okay.
For sure.
I'll be going. Really, because I'm interested. Expanding my
Okay. There are
I'll be going.
3 rooms. As you kind of walk in. I say rooms, but as you kind of enter one sort of living room, have a gathering room. You do see that there seems to be like a little bit of a fireplace, as well as a looks to be like a rocking chair. It's quite ornate. You do see various trophies on the wall as well, hunting trophies. On the right side, as you kind of walk in and look towards the right, you do see that there's a small kitchen area with a table and a couple chairs. Plates are laid out as if expecting some sort of dinner as well. And then towards the back of the room from where you came in, so the door, and you assume that leads into the bedroom. The home is relatively small as it is. How we're going to do this, each of you can choose one room to go into, either the kitchen, the living room, bedroom, and you can do your own investigation from there. And then, and let's see what you guys find. So, nope, no. We're not going. Okay. Okay. So, as you kind of look around, the home. I'm gonna go down the row here, and then you each can choose a room to investigate. And we'll go one room at a time. Beer. Which room are you gonna investigate? You also have the option of staying outside if you need to.
I'd like to stay outside and I guess semi-chat with the guards if they'll chat. Beer doesn't have a very vested interest in this. It kind of feels like his contract only goes so far as to escort fellow caravan people and ensure that their safety is there.
Okay.
But other than that, he doesn't give a damn.
Enough. Okay. Gabriel. Same choices. 3 rooms are outside. Shall you choose?
But I'm not going to be completely oblivious. I will look to see if there's any kind of odd thing out of place.
Okay.
He's not going to be a total jerk.
Okay.
Do we lose Canton?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you just weren't answering.
Gabriel, what room are you choosing?
Left.
So, should you repeat that?
Which rooms are there again?
There's the living room. There's the kitchen. Yeah. And then there's the bedroom.
The living room, where the living should go.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm not actually that stupid. It's just a funny.
It was good.
Barbarian logic.
Yep. Seer, what room are you going to investigate?
Oh, I guess the kitchen.
All right, that's surprise. Okay, all right, kitchen.
I thought you wanted to go into the room that had the body.
Where is the room with the body?
Bedroom.
Oh, the bedroom.
A bedroom.
Yes.
All right. And Z and Tesh, what room are you going to investigate?
I'm kind of interested in the kitchen.
Z?
I'm also interested in the bedroom, but not for the body. I just want to see. I don't know if there's like desk or
Okay.
cool stuff.
Yeah, easy enough. All right, let's see. I'll make it here. All right. Start for those outside. Here. As you kind of know, stay outside, kind of looking at everything, kind of looking over the home. You also roll me a perception check, please.
I'm a home baby.
Oh,
I found the needle in the haystack.
Yeah, as you kind of look around and kind of look at the home, kind of inspecting it, kind of similar to what happened with Seer. As you kind of like pass by a window, for a brief second, now with the corner of your eye, you think you see a white figure at one of the windows, seeming towards the back. But as you look at double take, there's nothing there. And as you come around, looping towards the front once more, the guards kind of look at you, like, decide not to go in, huh?
Pointless.
Say pointless.
Yeah, that's what he said. He just shrugs and says it's pointless.
Yeah, I mean, weird stuff happens all the time, especially out here. It's just some freak accident. It's just gonna blow over.
And just because he has no reason to hide it, he's going to be pretty blunt about it. Ask if there was any other is there any other individuals that have entered the premises? I said there was I swear there was a white coated individual, but it might have been some of the small amount of alcohol I've consumed.
Each of the guard kind of like looks at, like the guards look at each other, kind of like raise an eyebrow and look back at you, like, oh, it's just you guys that have gone in there.
Beer's gonna give a nod.
Door's broke.
I guess he's interested. What are the scope of your duties even here? Not like rudely. He's curious.
I mean, we're just making sure that nobody's kind of sneaking in, trying to steal stuff and everything. That's the main of the thing. So, we have no proper representatives because we don't have like a church or a graveyard here. We do have someone that comes by every now and again if someone dies, to pick up the bodies and have a proper burial for them and everything. Otherwise, we throw them into the ocean, to which they can kind of go back to the land, so to speak.
At the first part about the cart, he's about to say, it sounds like it might be a lucrative business, but at the mention of bodies being tossed in the water, he kind of gives them a disgusted look. So he
kind of look confused.
But he's gonna ask about the cart, and he's like, I imagine they after he gets over the initial disgust of him potentially swimming in waters that have more bodies than usual tossed in them, He's gonna ask about the cart. Like I said, he's like, they must get paid pretty well.
I wouldn't know what they get paid, but no, their responsibility is to pick it up and bury them proper.
He just gives kind of a nod, and I guess I'm gonna continue to just look around, monitor.
Okay. Next, we'll go to the kitchen. Tesh, you were investigating the kitchen.
Yes.
Let me see here. Okay. Okay. All right. So, as you kind of start investigating the kitchen, few things you kind of know right off the bat. As you kind of approach, it seems to be some sort of like box. Kind of look around. You do see that there's some dried meats. There's foods, dried foods most. You do see obviously some utensils and kitchenware about. Is there anything specific you're looking for?
So, you had mentioned that there was some plates and stuff set out for apparently a meal. Is there like settings for multiple people or?
There's a setting for 2 people.
Okay. So, either this person was expecting company, or there's 2 people that live in this home.
You see that there's 2 cups, 2 sets of silverware, 2 plates.
Actual silverware, or just like wooden implements.
No, actual silverware.
Oh, I'm going to leave it alone for now. Because I don't want to actually ruin an investigation.
Enough.
I'm gonna take a quick look in the box.
As you look in the box, you do see that there is mostly salted and dried meats within.
Okay.
Make me a perception check, please.
All right. Yay!
As you kind of look at the box, notice something else. As you kind of look around the box, you see that as you kind of touch towards the back, kind of feel at the back, you feel like part of the back presses in just a little bit.
Ooh. Hidden compartment.
As you kind of push against the box or the panel, push it and it pops out.
Neat. What's there?
As you pull it out, I will actually go ahead and message what you find.
Oh. Oh.
Similar to the rest of the goods that are inside the box.
Okay. Well then. I will make a note of that, and I'll close it back up and pass it on to the people that are actually investigating this, rather than me just stating my curiosity.
Okay. But yeah, once they get back, you can pass it on to them. I would say as you kind of look around at the rest of the kitchen, that's probably the most notable thing you find.
All right.
Okay, as for the living room, Gabriel, what exactly are you looking for as you kind of look around the living room? Looking for either way. Canton?
Yeah.
What are you looking for, buddy?
Signs of activity in the living room. I don't know if they said that they called out meaning 2 plates of full, but if this person had a visitor, there's
Okay.
more evidence of that in here.
Okay, so
Small house, there's not a lot of places to go.
as you kind of look around, um, I'll say as a kind of like a general glance, there's a few things you spot. You do see, as you look at the rocking chair, you do see that there's a basket kind of next to it filled with yarn or some other thing, like needles maybe, stitching needles, not actual like medical needles. As you kind of look at as you look at the wall, you do see there's a variety of trophies as well. Some wolves, some deer, other smaller animals. You would recognize this as hunting trophies, obviously. There's a variety of them. Whoever lived here, you could probably surmise they're probably a hunter of some sort. And then, as you kind of look around at the rest of the room, it's pretty bare. Whoever was living here lived moderately, but not in excess, definitely. Roll me a perception. It's gonna be low.
Okay.
This is gonna be a low DC. I just want to see. Oh, okay.
ODC, you say? I can do that. Son of a biscuit.
Go ahead and look at some of the things here. But beyond what you see, that's pretty much what you find. Just nothing that really stands out to you.
Of course not. Nothing suspicious or fishy happened here at all.
Nope, not even the slightest.
Not in the even slightest. Not even odd slightest.
No,
Just not
all is
at
well. All's good.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
And last but not least, Seer and Z. You kind of open the. As you do, walk into a little bit large. I'll say large. It's a decent sized room. Has a bed, dresser, like a wardrobe. That does have a desk inside there. And on the bed you see, not so much a figure, but you do see that a sheet is laid over the bed, and you see the obvious outline of someone laying there.
Okay. I wanted to. Oh.
At the body, I have a glow crystal. I'm looking around with the glow crystal. Go ahead, Z. I'll wait till you're done.
Okay. I wanted to look in the desk just to get a sense of who this person like was, and like why maybe they'd be targeted. Like maybe they have something important, maybe they know stuff.
Okay.
People always keep weird shit in their desks, so that's where I'm looking first.
Okay. As you go ahead and the desk, You do see like a few notes. Mostly seems to be like business letters, letters to and from like town. Nothing I would say that really stands out specifically. Sounds like looks like some messages. Day to day. The thing that does stand out to you as you look at desk, there's one drawer specifically it's locked.
Heck yeah.
Good for
Pull
this.
out my thieves' tools.
Okay. Go ahead and roll thievery. I believe it's a +2 circumstance with the thieves' tools.
So
So
+2 to 20.
I believe 20. Okay. 20 total. Okay. Yeah. Easy. It's easy. You go ahead and go for the lock. It's like don't even look at it as you kind of look at Sierra. Just flick your hands and you pop the drawer open.
Yeah.
As you kind of open the drawer, a few things you find in there. One, you find a revolver, and you find a picture.
Okay.
The revolver is in decent shape. So it looks to be a little bit older, but still functional by the looks of it. The other one is a picture. It pictures an older man, probably in his later 60s or 70s, standing next to a equally older woman. The gentleman seems to be human. The lady seems to be elven. And they seem to be sitting together. The one man seems to be standing in the living room. In fact, the living room is past, and the lady seems to be kind of standing behind him, kind of hand on shoulder, kind of smiling as well. Looking at the picture, there are a few things that kind of stand out to you. The picture obviously is in black and white. Actually, no, you wouldn't. Actually, no, yeah, that's all you see.
Okay, so in the locked drawer, it's just a picture
Okay.
and a revolver.
Correct.
Weird. Okay.
There is 2 bullets in there.
Show me the picture.
Give me a second. 1 second, sir. There's 2 bullets in there.
All right.
Um, as you kind of look at the bullets, I will. You're an engineer, right? You have an engineering background, right?
Engineering lore, yeah.
Go ahead and roll me engineering lore. 7. It wasn't that high. It's fine. As you look at it, these bullets are a little bit different. Like most bullets are like lead or some sort of softer metal. These are made out of, oddly enough, it looks like cold iron.
Oh, so like they meant serious business.
Against the Fey folk.
Can't, you
Against the Fey folk, but I'm not there.
Okay.
That's all I'll give you.
Yeah. And then just a like context question. This is like, is this the same time as our previous campaign, or is this in the future of our previous campaign?
It's a few years into the future.
So like it's now common knowledge about humans now. Actually, no, they
Yes.
still had romance. They just did kids. Yeah, yeah.
They still had romance. Judging by the age and what you know, they'd probably still kind of be at that time. It was, at least when the picture was taken, where there's still romance, but there was no way for them to have kids. Look at the picture. that it was probably past the time when they're having kid they could have kids. Um, they would be able to do that kind of sort of thing. So
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. So I wouldn't know anything about that, but I was just I was just trying to think of the timeline. Okay, okay, perfect.
Yeah, they were probably in their like 50, probably in their late 50s, early 60s when that finally came to happen, and then it's about 10 years after. So again, they're probably in like their later 60s, early 70s. It's time.
I'll call out to Seer and say, "Hey, check. Is that what's the body? Is that man, woman, human elf? What?"
This is what we do. Take my glowing crystal and look over the.
Take off the sheet.
Yes.
Um,
Before I take off the sheet, I take off the sheet. Yeah, sure.
take off the sheet.
Wave my phone bees around. Yes.
Okay. You go ahead and take off the sheet, and you do see what seems to be an older human male laying there.
Religion check? Because I don't think I want to cut this up. Yeah, that's bad.
I would say you wouldn't even need to check. Probably messing with the body is not a good idea.
Right.
As for like haunts and everything, don't see anything specifically right now. But you know that this is a prime example of what could cause like some sort of haunt or lingering spirit. So it's plausible, but there's been no evidence of a haunting.
How do you think he died?
He's definitely dead, though, right?
He's definitely dead.
Oh.
How do you think he died?
I touch him. Do I feel anything? What is it? Real cold?
It's very cold. Medicine check if you want to go over him.
Right, medicine check. Let's do it.
Wow.
There we go. That's
Nice.
the roll.
You're all good at very good at something. Then this is Sierra's forte right here.
Sometimes not being good at seeing is good. If you've ever played Call of Cthulhu, not seeing is just as good as seeing.
That's also very fair. That is very fair.
A lot of things you don't want to see in Call of Cthulhu.
That's so yeah.
For a long time.
I can see everything. Oh no.
Oh, no.
You're gone
Please.
insane.
Someone confirm nothing funny is in the living room. I am standing proudly, saying I have found nothing suspicious in.
You look over the body, Seer.
The buddy.
The body.
You should rough the body up a little.
Just gotta toss it over. See if
When
it
we say beach
bends.
body ball, we don't mean body the ball.
So I would presume Seer is very careful about this sort of thing. You look over him, and kind of thinking back to what you know specifically, first thing that comes to mind probably for you is bite marks. I will say right now, you do not find any bite marks. As you kind of look over him, however, kind of look at his back, and you didn't see it before because it was covered, but you do see along his back seems to be 4 long, it's like claw marks down his back, and it's now dried, but you see that it's kind of how do I phrase this? It's definitely stained the bed, which is again a little weird. But because you don't see blood anywhere else, it's just after you've lifted him and looked at this place, or this general like mission. But that's one thing you notice. Honestly, he also seems like very leathery. You touch him, and now he's an older man, so he's no. Excuse me if I'm not being uh sensitive in the matter. He's more wrinkly than he should be. He kind of looks like a raisin. And he's kind of
No blood.
you can definitely tell he died of blood loss. That's a definite thing. Could have died from, but besides the claw mark and the no on the bed, don't have any other signs of blood. In yep, that's yep.
His expression. Oh, what the expression?
Funny
What
enough,
the expression? What's his expression?
he is smiling. Actually,
Smiling.
Hey. Oh, all smiles here, but nothing wrong. Okay.
Oh.
He's happy.
Oh.
This not good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, I think it was up at Silo won't. So,
What a woman. What an elf.
yeah, let's go see what the others found. I'm gonna take the picture, but I'm gonna leave the revolver.
Okay.
And go
Was there any mention when I was talking with of this victim of his partner? I don't remember that.
it was not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Sir said,
Not here. So
as
something wrong.
recalling, he lived by himself. According to the locals, they are aware of him having lived by him. Oh, I guess I will point out there he was probably a trophy hunter in addition to a hunter, but it looks like there's the remnants of another person's hobby. Here, I point out the needles in the basket. These are needles in a basket. Most hunters do not need needles in a basket.
Hey!
Not an idiot, but like, it's all I noticed, so it's like, well, this is kind of all I know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll come out to the living room with a picture and be like, I think we gotta find this lady.
A relationship such as theirs would be unusual. I am sure something would be more than happy to discuss.
By today's standards, it's actually well.
One more.
Just to make, I want to clarify something. So there's no confusion. During when the picture was probably taken, it probably would have been a little unusual. Now, not so much for obvious reasons.
True, but it is still something that would be different. You know, just your social norms still stand out. Your non-atypical socio norms. This is
I'm just
nobles. No, I gotcha. As far as people still make comment of it, seems like locals would still. It's something people would still talk about.
Say so.
Like, it's not like if they're nice people, they wouldn't talk about it rudely, but you would notice an old man and an old elf living there, or a young-looking elf. I don't know how they perfect, but it's something you'd notice.
There's actually, I'm sorry, I missed one thing. I apologize. Z. There's actually something else in the drawer. I am so sorry.
Oh.
There's actually a camera inside the drawer as well.
Ooh, camera.
Oh, okay.
Camera.
An older, very old style camera, honestly.
There's camera. There must be more pictures, perhaps?
Yeah, I don't know how these things work. I'll like hand the camera to whoever wants it.
You're the engineer.
And then I'll also. Yeah, but I don't do cameras.
Oh.
I don't like.
If there's
Maybe.
cameras, surely there'd be more pictures.
I don't like making evidence. So.
This is one of those, like, you have to, like, actually,
I could take.
what's it called when you make a picture of,
When you make
like,
a
one of
picture,
those cameras, you have to, like,
like Polaroid.
do the red room?
Oh yeah, one of the
Alex.
old. Yeah.
Right? Or how do cameras work?
The old film.
So-
Yeah.
So you know how cameras work specifically in this explain this. So they still look like the old style cameras you saw back in the Wild West days.
Mhm.
But they do have some magical properties, and what happens is that, or for a camera to work, and I'm going to have an background,
Yeah.
so I have some idea of how they work. Slide a magical plate into the camera, and then you'd go ahead and set up the camera, and then click to take the picture. The camera would have no magical mechanisms inside the camera itself, and a few seconds later, the plate would pop out and picture.
Okay. Like this, and I'll take a picture of Gabriel.
Strike a pose. Go lat spread.
And sure enough, you didn't expect it, but it does take a picture. And 3, 2, 1, ding! Still a
Oh.
plate pop out.
Look at it.
Oh, there you go, buddy.
As you pull out the picture and take it out and look at the picture itself, there's something really strange you notice about the picture.
Yes.
As you see, I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna send this to you.
Okay. Tapey.
How big was the
This
claws,
whisper was
by the
brought to
way?
you by. Ooh, like wolf claws or like. Oh, did we lose him?
Oh no, I'm still here.
Okay.
I just want to make it quick. Yeah, that's that. I think that's enough description.
Oh. Okay, wait. Did I already show Gabriel a picture? No, I haven't yet.
No, you see this as it pops out.
I'm going to want to see it. Don't get me
Did he
wrong.
die
So, I guess.
from the?
I'm actually gonna. Sear's beside me. I'm actually gonna give it to Sear first. I'll be like, can you take a look at this?
Seer, as you look at the picture that Z just took, I will also go ahead and send you what is on the picture.
And Gabriel, I just look at you like terrified.
I will squint. I will give Seer a moment to react in whatever way he reacts.
See, Seer eyes pop right back up. It says, "Don't move."
I was just gonna say don't move too.
Put my hand out for the picture. Picture.
Guys, give
Give
me
me
the
the pic.
I'm gonna slowly like draw. Oh, frick. The bow's not gonna do anything. I'm still gonna like draw my dagger and just have it in my hand. I'm not like doing anything aggressively like towards Gabriel, but I'm just putting it in my hand, and you probably see me do it.
Sure.
I think I
Just
can
point.
finally.
Just point out.
Yeah, I think at this point we'll show Gabriel.
At this point, Gabriel, you go ahead and look at the picture, and you see yourself smiling, all happy. But as you look at the picture further, you see standing behind you, a hand in your shoulder, claws coming. An elven-looking lady.
Oh.
Looks like we got company.
Can I do an action?
You can, yes.
I don't know if it'll do anything, but I want to like. Oh. You want to do a body tackle backwards? Athletics?
You can, and as you try and tackle, nothing's there for you to touch.
I was expecting that, but I'm still making a butt action to body slam backward.
Yeah, you watch as he tries to like body slam something that's behind him, supposedly, but he goes right through the air and just goes right to the floor.
I'm gonna take another picture.
Okay, where are you taking the picture?
In his direction, like probably just as he's falling backwards.
As you take another picture, you watch as camera clicks again. Something you realize. I'll put another plate inside the camera.
Ah, yeah.
However, I'm not finished. But nonetheless, as you take a picture, here the magical gears start to work. As another plate comes out of the camera.
Oh.
Uh,
Whoa. I'll recompose myself because it takes what you said, 3 seconds. I'll stand back up, going. Oh, that was.
So as I'm waiting for the plate to, like, as the image upright, I'm just gonna be like, Tash, where are you, buddy?
I'm just over here. What?
Plate out.
Yep.
As you pull out the plates, see our direction, a hand ching at the camera. I need you to make me a reflex save, please.
Panic!
reflex. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Okay. You manage to dodge out of the way
Let's get the
as you
camera.
all watch as Z lifts up this plate. A hand comes through the plate, trying to claw Z right across the face. She manages to duck out of the way as the hand comes back, and you watch as you look back at the plate. Z, it's like a blur right off the edge of something running away from the edge of the camera. That's all you see left before another split second is gone. Nothing in the picture, but Gabriel and picture of. And with that, as you all stare at the plate, this has happened, and the camera, in shock and awe, will go ahead and end our session there for the night.
Love it. Suspenseful.
He will never sleep again.
Good job, everybody.
Yeah.
No, that's exciting.
Man.
Yes, good job.
Man, I was
I'm
waiting
so
for this
happy we
whatsoever.
didn't get into a fight.
Yeah, we had a little fight.
Yeah, a little bit.
And
For another fight, y'all, but I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad I got here in time to fight because
I know that was good
that's what I'm
timing.
here for.
That was really good timing. I was like, oh no.
And we really needed you for that one.
I was a little worried.
Oh, pop it off.
Well, the fact that it like they didn't have to attack, they just like moved into our square. And
Yeah, the
That's-
area effect.
That's
That was cool.
that's how they worked. That's how they worked. I was like,
This is how swarms work.
so
That's how I was
I'd
cool.
completely forgotten
Oh,
swarms
pop
worked
it
in
off.
5th edition. That's how swarms work in Pathfinder Flat Out. They just show up in your square and like, ha ha!
you're in
Nibbles.
danger.
You're in danger. And 2nd edition actually nerfed swarms. Swarms used to just not be, just couldn't really deal damage physically.
Yeah. Yeah, but I looked out, I was like, Seer's not here. This could be dangerous. I'm sure they'll be fine. Oh, my
well, we
goodness.
just need to spread out more. That's
It's true. It's true.
well. Now that I know how swarms work,
I don't know why y'all was going so far away from me. Y'all was just going into the action. Didn't do anything to save me.
well, the only reason I went forward was to try to do detect magic, and then I got
Yeah.
dinged.
Well,
Fine.
I went forward because I didn't know. And then it was like, oh, well, I'm here now.
It's
'Cause I
fine.
got,
You
like,
all lived.
I got a crazy range on my my day spell, so I don't really need to hang out like close by.
I mean, harm is a good spell, but it hurts allies too. So I have to be
Oh,
careful
yeah.
with it.
I mean, I'm only if you target.
If I wanted to do the 30 feet, the whole 30 feet thing,
Yeah,
for
this
you,
is true.
yeah, it would
Like,
got everybody.
Like any other AoE spell. It's surprising. It's a 30-foot, really large, a very large area. The downside is that it is 350. You'll never be able to move and do it. But
Yeah, I cannot move. So y'all left me on that cart, and those
the
bats
eight-
came on me and played.
you were fine. It was one
fine.
bat.
It was
You're
okay.
fine.
You all lived. It's fine.
Level 1 characters, y'all. Y'all don't supposed to be running into the fight. Level 1.
I mean, level 1 Pathfinder is a little bit different than D&D level 1.
Yeah, even the wizard has usually around 10 to 12 health.
I think I have 12, and that's I
Yeah,
think
there
like
you go.
the
Actually,
minimum.
yeah, 12 is usually the normal. Because even
And-
I think the weakest race gets 6, and wizards get 6. So 12 is
Yeah.
the minimum HP, I think, honestly.
It is. I'm almost positive of that. Because I do have one of the weakest races for hit points.
If you want to get really freaky deaky, Iron Skin Goblin starts with 10 HP. The Goblin.
Wow.
Be an Iron Skin Goblin Barbarian with like 24 HP.
That'd be wow.
26 actually. If you did 18 con. No, you can't get 18 con because strength is their modifier. He's 16. Very few races get 10.
It really
It's something.
It really did help me to knock a move. I was so happy the bats came to me, so I did not have to waste waste a pip to move over there to kill
That's
him.
true.
You
I
would
mean-
hunt as